Welcome to another video. Exciting day today. It's new camera time. So I've got a GoPro 8. I presume they're bringing out a GoPro 9 by the fact that GoPro themselves have taken 100 quid off the GoPro 8. So it's quite a bargain. I recommend you go to GoPro.com, check it out. This is a peg. Never quite understood what it's supposed to be all about, but it's a peg. So yeah, I guess I've got to get used to getting the angle right on a GoPro, and I've got to play around with the settings. I'm sure these settings are not probably going to be right, but it's just an educated guess to start with. See how we go. So my current camera, previous camera now, was a Sony. It was a DSC WX500. I think that's what it was, if I remember rightly. I guess it served me well, but a couple of things wrong with it. First off, it's getting a little bit battered. Obviously going in and out of your pocket on a bike, potential to get dropped, etc. This is hard work for the camera. But the main issues was that to become very heavy. And let me explain why. It's basically the cheapest camera for vlogging, really, with a flip out screen. And I guess to keep the price down, the whole casing was plastic. Putting a handheld tripod on it, which is what I'm holding it on now. Obviously sometimes you need to take it off, so you are taking it on and off quite regular. It is quite a heavy duty one that I've got, and you're going into the threads on plastic, so it didn't last very long, the broke. Yeah, so using a tripod with a metal screw with the Sony in and out of the base, obviously it didn't take long for the base to break because it was only plastic. Quite fragile, really. So I had to make a bracket because the plastic screws were just broken. You know, it was very difficult to fit this the handheld tripod onto it at all. So I made one. It was made from a long bolt, the gudgeon pin from a race Lambretta piston, and 2 pieces of aluminium plate about 7 or 8 millimeters thick. So it made a little C bracket that held the camera. So obviously it increased its size and made it quite relatively heavy. So it was always a little bit difficult to get in and out of my pocket. But the biggest issue with the camera really was the sound. So as you regular viewers of the channel will know, every so often when the wind's going in a particular direction, which did seem quite erratic, I'd get quite a lot of wind noise. So I wanted to upgrade to a camera that you could take an external mic on, and I had thought of getting a larger camera, but cut a very long story short, after doing an extensive amount of research and speaking to a few other cycling vloggers and looking at what they were using, and in particular actually always Another Adventure. Have a look at that channel. A guy called Simon that runs that channel, he's an ex-BBC man. His videos are superb. He's got a brilliant voice for video, great narration of his videos, and they're really well constructed, really well edited. You can tell he's a professional in that field, or was a professional in that field. So give him a watch, Always Another Adventure. But he uses this same GoPro, and he's also been using a smaller external mic with a digital voice recorder. So I'm going to give this a try with a wind slayer that's not arrived yet actually, but I'm also going to try maybe have a look at the external microphone recording through this digital voice recorder too, to see how that is. So by the time you see this, I should have uploaded a two-part video, which is a guide to the Cafe Alley Viking Marauder Explorer route. So have a look at that. Rather than do about 1.5 hour video, it's 2 15 minutes. So have a look at that. I'll put a link down below and see what you think. So later on this week I'm going to join in with a British cycling Let's Ride group. They're great groups, they're held all around the country. If you go and have a look at Let's Ride, if you Google British cycling Let's Ride, you'll find more details. They're basically held all around the country, and they've got ride leaders that have been trained by British Cycling to do safe rides. So if you know anybody, and there's lots of people that are new to cycling, so if you know anybody, point them in the direction of one of these rides. It's a great way to get into group riding. So I think with the Let's Ride, we're doing a 25-30 mile route. Naturally there'll be a coffee stop. I think those kind of rides, they're great for new people coming into it, especially for people wanting to learn group riding. The ride leaders will check the bikes over, they'll offer guidance, they'll offer help, and they'll build people's confidence. No one gets dropped. They'll ride at the pace of the slowest. And they're basically like really good groups for newcomers or people who just need to build their confidence in groups. So yeah, have a look at Let's Ride. I think it might be letsride.co.uk, but I will put a link in the description below. But check them out, and yeah, so one day next week I'll be able to upload a video about that ride, hopefully, all being well. So that's another little video in the pipeline. Just going to film a bit with the camera resting on the handlebars. So most of that was with the camera resting on the handlebars. So I do have an update for you on the Chinese light. 4 days in, still working. Let me show you. Here, look, still working, still all good. So that's about it for tonight. Not going far. I've done about 10 miles, 11 miles. Main reason, just try the camera actually. Just see what the settings are like, just try and get used to it before I do a proper film on it. Anyway, thanks again, thanks for watching as always, and I'll see you in a few days' time. Bye.